Find product links below and hundreds more videos on my channel.
Hey guys, welcome back. So today I want to show you the Konova Smart Motion Controller, and we're going to dive into the menu. I'll show you how to use it, because once you know all the ins and outs of the menu of this thing, it really is lovely and quick to work with. Hold that down to start. Then we've got a few options in the main menu here. We've got time-lapse, auto and manual move, stop motion, and settings. So we'll go through these one by one. First of all, let's take a look at time-lapse. Interval move, that's time-lapse. And then here, the operation is pretty simple. We've got left-right movement. So we select that with left and right while this line is selected. And then we can press enter to select how much we want it to move during that each shot. Now it's between 1 and 7 millimeters per shot. So I'm just going to put 7 right now, and then back to exit. Now the next one down is frame, so that's how many frames we want to shoot until it stops. And then so here you can just press enter and then up and down to select however many you want. And you can either go one by one, or you can hold it down and quite quickly you can go up to big numbers. So as you can see right now, going up to 1,000. And if you're not sure how many shots you want to take or how long it's going to take to get to the other side of the slider, then you can just put 1,000 or whatever and then just stop it manually. Press back to exit from that. And then the time is the time between each shot. So let's just say 1 second. Okay, then we go to start, and there we go, it's now shooting. While we're shooting the time lapse, we've got this information screen here, which is showing us the interval, which is how long until the next shot, the status, which is what it's currently doing, the current frame, which is telling us how many frames it's shot, and the total frames, which is how many you've set it to shoot. Then we've got completed time, so that's how long you've already shot, and then the total time, which is how long you're going to be shooting in total. Now to stop the time lapse, we press the escape button, and sometimes you need to hold it for a second if it's in the middle of taking a shot. Okay, so still within the time lapse menu, we're going to camera settings. That allows us to input some values which allow us to coordinate this with the camera. So for example, under exposure time here, we can enter the value, let's say we want 3.2 seconds. That's going to be our exposure time. So now when you go into shooting mode, I only have this set as 1 second, but the controller still knows that it needs to wait for 3.2 seconds before doing the next shot. So let's go back into camera settings. Then here we have the focus time, so that's the amount of time that you want it to allow you to focus. So whether the camera's got all the focus or whether you're going to be doing that yourself. And then over here we have the shot wait, so how long do you want it to let the camera process the image before starting to go on to the next shot. And this is important for when you're doing long shots like this or high ISO shots. With some cameras it will take time to process. So still within the time-lapse menu, below camera settings, we have motor correction. Now motor correction is a value between -15 and +15, which is going to allow you to give more or less power into the carriage. If for example you're going up a slope or using a heavy camera, then it's here for you to play with. Now if we want to move the camera manually, from within the main menu we go to auto manual move. First let's take a look at manual move. So here it's pretty simple. We have speed and ramp, and we can control these just like that. Now ramp is going to be how quickly it starts. So for example right now with the ramp at 100, we'll press enter here and then we can select which direction we want it to go. So as you can see, it starts slowly and then stops slowly. And let's compare that to ramp at 0. So above manual move we have auto move, and this is good if you want to get your camera to the end of the slider nice and quickly without holding the button down, or if you want to shoot a time lapse but control the camera separately. So over here we have speed, ramp fade, and this is just like the ramp in the manual mode. Then here we have move time, so how long it's going to move for, and move repeat, so how many times it'll repeat that move. Then just like before, we press this and press the direction we want it to go. And that was one repeat. Now for stop motion, we'll go down to stop motion from the main menu. And this is controlled a little differently than the other areas of the menu. We just have left, right to select which direction we want to go in, and then up, down to select how much we want to move. And then as soon as your shot is ready, you can press enter, and that will do your move. And then you can set up the shot again and press this again when you're ready. And if this is connected to the camera, this will set off the camera as well. If it's not connected to the camera, then you can set the camera off separately and then move this as much as you need to prepare for the next shot. Now over here we have the amount of shots that we've taken, and we can hold down the escape button to zero that. Now to change the settings, from the main menu we'll go down to settings. So first of all we have motor, and this will allow us to fine control the amount of power that we're going to get out of our motor. So over here we can select gear ratio, and this doesn't seem to make a very big difference, but it should give you a little bit of fine control over the amount of power that you're getting out of your motor. And motor direction, and that's very useful if you're standing at the other side of the slider. So for example, right now if I press right, it's going to go that way, and then if I change this to counterclockwise and I press right, it's going to go that way, which is going to be very useful if I'm standing at the other side of the slider with this facing me. And over here we have motor correction, and this is just the same as we saw in the other menu. Now still in the settings menu, below motor we have LCD and buzz setting, and it's pretty self-explanatory. We can select our LCD brightness and buzzer on or off. Below that we have version info, so that's just the firmware version that is installed on this unit. And below that we can reset to factory defaults. Alright guys, thanks for watching. If you have any questions, then do ask me in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!